Hey you guys, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial today about how to create a citation or a reference the correct way. So when I tell you, please use Harvard formatting to create a citation, you're going to know what the hell I'm talking about. I apologize for the chainsaw in the background. It's not some mass murderer, unless it's the mass murdering of trees. Trees coming down. It's injured in the hurricane. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is agree with you. When you mock all the tabs I have open, I'm going to make a new tab because I don't have enough. And I'm going to put in Google Scholar. I'm going to go to the Google Scholar site. And right here, you can ignore all this stuff down here. You can look for articles or case law. Not looking for case law. And I'm going to look right in this search bar. I can put in the name of the paper that I'm interested in citing. So if I got the name of a paper from Web of Science, I could copy and paste it in here, or I could just use the last name and the year, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to reference something I wrote this year, Pochron 2020. And you can see there are two choices. And yes, I did indeed write both of these. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to click on these quotation marks, which is what Google uses for how to cite things. Okay, and now I can cite this paper using MLA, APA, Chicago, Harvard, Vancouver. I'm just going to have you cite in Harvard all the time. And all you have to do is click on it and then copy, and then you can paste it into your discussion board, or you can paste it into a Word document or wherever the hell you want to paste it. Okay, but that's how you get Harvard style citation. So when I ask you for a Harvard style citation, this is what I'm asking you for. Show you one other trick. So for those of you who like the voyeuristic aspect of these Zoom meetings and screen shares, aside from all the fact that I have all these open, some of you might see that I have a Google Scholar button installed on my computer. And you can do this too. If you've got Chrome, it's just one of the regular add-ons, and it works very similarly. It picked Pochron 2020 because that's what I had open. And then all I have to do is click these quotation marks right here, and it'll give me all the different styles. So for those of you who already know a little bit about doing literature reviews using PubMed and Web of Science and all of that, some of you will see these buttons down here. I myself will use EndNote. I'll download things into EndNote. But anyway, that's how I would do that. I could download this citation into EndNote. I'm never going to ask you to do that, but for those of you who are already a step ahead of this, that's for you. Okay, now you know how to make a Harvard-style citation. I'm going to show you one other thing that some of you got wrong in the last homework. I didn't dock it, but I will start docking it now because you're going to have to know now. So when I ask you to go to Web of Science and create a citation or create a screenshot, this is what I'm asking you to do. Okay, I already have earthworm glyphosate loaded in there because I love earthworms and I hate glyphosate. And I'm gonna go ahead, and you can see this is a pretty rich body of literature. And I'm gonna go ahead and click on this paper, which is again me. And so when I ask you to do a screenshot from Web of Science, what I'm really asking you to do, the purpose of me asking for that is for you to prove to me that you know how to use this research database. So some of you were taking the extra step and clicking on the abstract and finding the paper and then giving me a screenshot of the abstract of the paper, which if that's what you were doing, I commend your efforts, but I couldn't tell you apart from the people who were bypassing Web of Science altogether and just using Google Scholar, right? Any knucklehead can use Google Scholar. I'm asking you to use Web of Science like a pro. So how do you do the screenshot? You can use Google to figure out how to do a screenshot on your own computer, but this is the material that I want you to include. This gray stuff includes the abstract, But on the right where it says citation network, in Web of Science core collection, all-time cited counts, if you include that in your screenshot of your abstract, I can tell that you are in Web of Science. Also, I'm very familiar with the fonts and the colors because I use Web of Science all the time. So when I asked you for a Web of Science citation or screenshot, this is what I mean, that screenshot right there. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great week, and thanks for watching the tutorial and getting A's and everything. I'll see you guys later.